What's up everyone, Crixus here, and today we'll be going through my AFK guide to Kril. This is my first ever video, so bear with me and feel free to give feedback. So I would like to also thank the wiki for the music that you'll be hearing throughout the video. I was able to grab that from them. So let's first get into the gear that I'm wearing. I've done this before with tier 70 power necro, but I'm using the Death Warden stuff as you can see here. My perks don't really matter, but I'll show you here. I've got Crackling 4, Relentless 5. Again, this is a really low requirement. You won't need these perks necessarily. So again, with my bottoms, Enhanced Devoted, Invigorated, all that stuff. Death Warden boots. I've got the Attuned Ectoplasmer to help recover prayer if you need it. I won't need that. I've got tier 90 weapons. Again, I've done this with tier 70. I just don't have that any longer. Quiver doesn't matter. Obviously, Demon Horn Necklace also for generating prayer if you're needing it. I won't be using that in this video. And then whichever cape, I just happen to pick the Necro cape for this. Ring of Luck, or Dwarven Luck for better drop chance. I've got all my ectoplasm stored up, so that being said, I will show you how to get there. I'm going to use the portal here, but also I'm going to show you the actual map. So credit to the wiki again. This is north of Trollheim, highlighted there, and then this is the actual dungeon. We want to go to the Red Horns. If you have not unlocked the boss portal at War's Retreat, here's a few alternative methods to getting to God War's dungeon. We can either use the teleport tab bought off the Grand Exchange for the God Wars, which I'll do here. This will take you directly to snowy area outside of the ladder. Keep in mind that your stats will drain here and you may need to take a super restore. Alternatively, we can use the normal spellbook, the normal magic spellbook, and we can cast the God Wars Dungeon Teleport. It requires 2 fire runes and 2 law runes. It takes you to the same spot as the teleport tab. Lastly, you can just use the other teleport that's in the same spellbook, and that will take you to Trollheim. You'll see that here. So from here, I'll show you the course, the path to take to get there. We're basically going to just follow along using the shortcuts. You do not have to use the shortcuts. You can also run around. It just takes a little bit longer. Be careful of the trolls. They will attack you with range. Okay, as we get to this big boulder, and you'll see the trolls attack, you need level 60 strength or agility to pass this. Now that we're here again, this is right back where the other 2 teleports were able to take us. Once you descend the ladder, be aware that the monsters here are aggressive. You can prevent the aggression by wearing an item of the certain god. So, as an example, you could have the War Priest of Zamorak robe. That will prevent the Zamorak monsters from attacking you. Alternatively, you can use the Shard of Zeros. That is obtained from the Fate of the Gods quest. None of those items are actually needed though, as they'll probably actually just slow you down if none of the monsters are attacking you. From here, we're going to run pretty much due north, and we're going to come up to this bridge. This is the bridge that will lead you to where Kril is at. Once you've crossed the bridge, we'll be right back. We'll be in the actual area where we need to get our kill count up. Okay, requirements. For quests, we need to do Troll Stronghold, Death Plateau, and Killy Row up to tier 70 for the Necromancy armor. We need tier 60 strength to get past the rock. Level 15 or 60 agility. Again, the 60 agility is for the rock as well. 15 is just to get around inside of the dungeon. 70 defense, 70 necromancy, 86 for darkness, but that's not required. I'll go over that later. And 70 constitution is a requirement to get to where Kril is located at. So once we're here, we have to get our kill count up to 40. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and I'm going to fast forward a bit here. So I popped up on the screen there the vampirism aura. If you're struggling with staying alive, you can always activate that. I'm not using that in this video, so just another way to stay alive longer. We're going to do an instance encounter here. We're going to set it to fastest. It does have a 200k coin cost. It's not a requirement, but it's going to allow you to get more kills in the hour. So we'll set it to fastest and get started here. I typically stand right around this tile here. It allows you to get all 3 demons as well as Kril from this spot and loot. So you'll see here I typically get this first kill, and then I'm going to move around and get my loot window, my area loot window opened up. And that just allows me to AFK, do something else, watch TV, glance over every now and then, and just check that loot window. So let's get a couple of kills here. And then we will go through a couple of the skills that I use and my action bar. So you'll see here I activate darkness. This allows a 20% chance to dodge all incoming attacks. It does have a little bit of a hefty rune cost, but it's definitely worth it. So here we go. We're going to get this loot window opened up so that I can just not have to pay attention anymore, really. I can just check over there every now and then, get back to our spot, and just get back on the boss. And then from this point on, I don't, typically I don't touch anything. Okay, so let's talk about another thing. If, again, you're struggling with staying alive and you happen to have tier 92 prayer, you could soul split here as well. Again, our prayer is not draining because of the demon horn necklace and the ectoplasm are full of ectoplasm. So that's going to keep us full prayer the entire fight if you so choose to use soul split. Again, tier 92, it's a bit of a high requirement. So, and again, I'm not using it here. It's not required. Okay, let's start going through the action bar. So you'll see here I've got my Skeleton Warrior, a Vengeful Ghost. Skeleton's going to help us with some extra damage. The Ghost is going to help us with our heals. Then we're going to go to Soul Sap so we can collect souls. Touch of Death to get those Necrosis stacks. Finger of Death to get some good damage in on Kril. And then lastly, Volley of Souls. So Volley of Souls is by far our biggest damage dealer on this. You'll see that I have the action bar set to autocast the first 6 slots. So a couple of things. Darkness does have a high level requirement of 86 necromancy. I would say you could do this around 70. Volley of Souls, as you'll see here, Volley of Souls takes level 66. So I think if you have level 70 with level 70 gear, tank gear, power gear, either way, you'll be fine here. No food, no anything really, no prayer. So there you go. Volley of Souls, level 66. So we're just going to get back on the boss here. we'll let a few kills run through, and really that's all there is to this. You know, I've got the Excalibur as a just in case. I brought my spring cleaner to help break down any of those components that drop. I've got darkness going, and then for backups, I've got Soul Split as a backup. I've got what else do I have here as a backup? I drop plenty of food as well. So if you do get yourself into a pinch, you know, feel free to pick up a potato or a shark. But really, you won't need to touch anything. So we just got a War Priest of Zamorak helm. Not worth any money, unfortunately, but it is going to be a nice Zamorak component. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Feel free to give feedback. Again, this is my first ever YouTube video. So, you know, give me some comments, like, share, subscribe. Let me know how I did. And we'll catch you guys later.